Okay, so the commentary community is just simply under attack. I mean, I've talked about it a few times now, like some of the channels, the tipsters, the Augies and whatnot. Thankfully, Augie did get his monetization back, but like I said, I've talked about a couple of these situations already, and I've kind of just discussed the things that are going on and discussed that in reality, the commentary community was already under attack. But I mean, last night we saw one of the biggest waves of this entire purge against the community come down to it. And it happened around 11 to 11:30 p.m. Eastern, pretty much. That's at least when a lot of these tweets were published, so I would assume that that's kind of when everything really started breaking down and these decisions, I guess, started being made and these actions taken. But several commentary creators here on YouTube were fully demonetized again last night. Now, you also have to keep in mind that these are channels in which they post their videos and they get monetized, and most of the time they get manually reviewed because that's kind of how YouTube's monetization system has transformed. It's come to the point that, you a lot of the time just self-rate your video, tell them what's going on, like if you swear a lot or if there's like violent stuff in it or whatever. And then YouTube will, let it be monetized, but then they'll manually review it and they'll see what's up and they'll either agree with the decision or they'll reverse it. Now, a lot of these creators, they get these manual reviews and whatnot, and it comes back positive, hey, guess what? You get the green dollar sign, your video is fully monetized. And when that happens, according to YouTube, that's a permanent decision. So if they do say that your video is suitable for advertisers, it should never change ever again. But a lot of these channels, even though that's the case, are basically just getting wiped and they're getting their monetization hit to limited. And it's definitely going to end up affecting a lot of people. Now, I've made this point a lot. When a video gets demonetized, it kills the viewership. YouTube denies this, but there's evidence behind it. I don't know why they keep trying to deny it, but the first one I saw came from Sensitive Society, and he said, wow, it happened. Hey, at Team YouTube, my whole channel just got demonetized out of nowhere. I'm not kicked from the partner program, and I haven't received any email regarding this. Can you please look into it? 97% of my videos were monetized hours ago. Add sub to Optimus help, please. Now, I ended up seeing this a little bit later because I was asleep when it was posted, but when I saw it, I was like, man, we're already kind of going through this again. This is ridiculous, right? Because, you would think that content getting just mass demonetized, it would have to be really serious, but you look at a lot of these channels and all they do simply is they talk about controversial quote-unquote subjects, or they criticize somebody else, or they make videos about other people in particular, and then all of a sudden, guess what? Their videos are just getting wiped, and it's going against what YouTube tells people should be happening, so that's why I think it's an even bigger issue than what's even being presented. Now, obviously, there's a big conspiracy kind of going around because of all this. Let's just look at a few more examples right here. This is SM_creepshow, so all of my videos on my channel just got demonetized, all of them, even the ones where I'm talking about Jojo Siwa being a marketing genius. At YouTube creators, at YouTube Liaison, can you tag them nonstop, please? Turkey Tom tweeted out, just when my channel was starting to make me some money, YouTube gave me limited ads on every video. Why do I even try? Irate Alex came through. So every single video of mine has been hit with the yellow symbol of demonetization, even the ones that have been reviewed and confirmed by manual review as okay for ads. At Team YouTube, what did I do? It's not like this is just one channel, and this all happened pretty much right at the same time. So just because of that, there's obviously a conspiracy going around, and the conspiracy is that YouTube is legitimately targeting the commentary community. And I'm going to talk about that because I think that it is possible, and I think that at a certain rate, it might even be likely. Commentary channels, according to YouTube, are somewhat problematic because, they make videos about other people, they kind of build drama sometimes. It's just how the whole community works. They talk about controversial things, sometimes it upsets people, but I don't think that that should be a reason for people's entire fucking livelihoods to be essentially taken out from underneath them. I don't think that that's a good thing for YouTube to set as a precedent. And in reality, a lot of these communities are probably celebrating this. There's probably a lot of, people on YouTube who don't like commentary channels, who don't like creators who criticize them or criticize subjects and talk about trending things. There's probably a lot of people who don't like that, and they're probably celebrating this because, once again, people aren't making money. They're getting their channels wiped like this. It kills their recommendeds, things like that. But I think people need to realize that if this can happen to the commentary community, it can happen to pretty much anybody at this point, It's kind of ridiculous. I can't understand how YouTube hasn't even addressed it. They've started giving automated replies to the @Team YouTube handle and whatnot to some of these tweets because they're getting enough attention, but it essentially all just says the same thing. They're like, oh, you mind sharing more details? We'd love to look into this for you. but then they never end up replying or actually saying anything about it. It's incredible how YouTube handles that. They essentially will completely wipe someone's monetization away, and then when they say something about it, they give them the biggest non-answer possible. At this point, all I really want is if YouTube is actually doing this, and if they are really behind all this, and they're legitimately targeting the commentary community, because I would understand why they are, even though I don't agree with it, I just want YouTube to finally make a statement about it and just come out and say it. You know what I'm saying? If YouTube thinks that our content is problematic and they're actually targeting it, just come out and say it. Stop pussyfooting around, stop dodging the subject, stop giving non-answers, and just say it openly. Because if I'm being honest, right, I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with everybody here. It's gotten to the point where, like, I'm almost expecting for something to happen. I'm expecting for action to come through because it's how YouTube has become. And if YouTube is gonna just do this, and if they're gonna keep wiping out people's monetization, and they're gonna basically keep just sniping their channels, just openly say that that's what you're doing. Why make us all wonder if it's gonna happen? And we'll just keep making the same bad content if you think that it's bad that we're making that content. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather know that they're openly targeting our community than to just be sitting there, like, you know, sitting ducks in the dark, just getting picked off by a sniper in the distance. I mean, I think it's just gotten ridiculous. Like, it's gotten to the point on YouTube where you can't really say or do anything. It's gotten so corporate where you can't openly say shit. You can't say anything controversial. And people who have this corporate backing, who get to meet with the CEO of YouTube and things like that, they basically get their hand held and they can do whatever they want, unless, of course, it's Shane Dawson, because he got his monetization suspended for like 3 weeks. I mean, YouTube is just getting to this point where they're doing a lot of these actions, right? And they're doing a lot of this stuff. And they don't want to just come out and say that that's what they're doing. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. Because obviously, if they were just telling people, oh, hey, we're wiping out channels, we're wiping out commentary, we think it's problematic, we don't like the drama surrounded around it, people would be upset, people would be mad. And if it's gotten to the point where you think that that's wrong, and you think that what we're doing is bad because we fucking said somebody's doing something wrong, or we don't like their videos, then just openly say it. Like, I'm just so tired of YouTube just not telling people what the fuck is going on. Like, this whole website for the last, 5 years has just been YouTube doing things, messing things up, and then when people say something, they give a non-answer. And they act like they're not doing anything wrong, but then it comes out, oh, hey, guess what? That's what they were doing all along. It's so ridiculous, and it's gotten to a point that I think it's stupid. Now, I do want to be fair. You know, I want to be open to the idea that maybe this isn't actually YouTube taking action against people. I really do. I don't want that to be the case. Now, fellow creator and commentator John Swan put out a Twitter video that honestly I think is pretty interesting, and I really think that this could also be the case, and I really hope that it is. So I want to present the other side of the argument, let you guys, of course, have a fair shake at making your own opinion, so go ahead and see what John Swan has to say.
Over the past few hours, we've seen many commentary channels mass demonetized. Every single video that they've uploaded has turned to yellow, regardless of whether it had been manually reviewed to be green or not. Every single video has been shown as manually reviewed to be yellow, to be limited ads. We've seen a number of creators affected by this. Nicholas Diorio on both his channels, Turkey Tom, Creepshow Art. All of these channels are commentary channels. Channels that criticize other people. So naturally there's been a lot of, conclusions drawn here, but I think it's best to take a level-headed approach and kind of think about, what this actually means. Nicholas Diorio did a live stream. He did a number of tests on that live stream, and he revealed some very interesting things. So basically, whenever you would upload a video, regardless of what it was, advertiser-friendly content, he tried it with black screens, content that's obviously advertiser-friendly, titling videos with advertiser-friendly titles, and those videos would be instantly demonetized, and it would show that it had been confirmed by a manual review, even though no YouTube employee was actually confirming that video. I then uploaded the same thing to my channel, which is not affected by this, and it came through with clear ads. No YouTube had to review it, no human had to review it, it just came through with that. So this isn't to do with content, it's to do with their channels. Now, there's been a bit of sort of insight that's been gained from this. Firstly, premieres and live streams gives you the option to appeal. YouTube videos, normal videos, does not give you the option to appeal. Now, what do live streams and premieres have in common? They are not affected by the self-certification system. If you set up a premiere or a live stream, you can't self-certify what is in that video since that had already happened. I don't even know why, but you can't. It's not to do with the self-certification system. Videos are to do with the self-certification system. I think this is to do with a bug on that system, probably to do with an accuracy rating. So, for example, if you were low accuracy, YouTube would automatically demonetize your videos, and then you'd have to appeal that decision and see what happens. I'm not sure. I think maybe some sort of an issue in a code or something. That's the insight that I've gained from this.
Now, once again, I think that this is totally possible, and it is reasonable, you know? Maybe YouTube, it's a huge website, maybe there is a glitch. Maybe people who are part of this monetization program and whatnot, there's something going on with the code and it's breaking their channels. Now, it is totally possible, and I mean, if it is possible, of course, that would truly be a good thing, especially if YouTube can jump on top of it, because if it is just a bug or a glitch or an error, and commentary community isn't actually just getting targeted like this, then that means that these people can get their monetization back, and it means that they can get their livelihoods back, and they can actually start really making progress on their channels again. But, I mean, that's the problem. We have no idea, and YouTube at this point has gotten so many different replies about this subject. So many people have come to them and told them, oh, hey, guess what? This is a problem. Can you please address it? Hey, YouTube, why did you demonetize my whole channel after you said it was good? What's going on? At a certain point, like, how many times does the commentary community have to tell you that this is happening? How many channels have to go before you actually jump on top of the problem? How many times is this going to happen before YouTube addresses it? That's what worries me about it possibly not being a bug or a glitch, because I feel like if this even happened to like 3 beauty community channels, this would already be fixed if it was a glitch, but just because it's happening to us or whatever, you know, I have no idea, but it's definitely something to consider, and it's worrisome for a lot of us, because this is our, you know, our passion and our livelihood, and it really can be taken from you that quickly. And once again, there's probably a lot of people out there celebrating these people getting their money taken from them and getting ruined. But just remember, if it can happen to our community, it can happen to yours too, especially if you have people in your community who are vocal, who speak out about things, who maybe go against what YouTube wants. It is definitely possible. So, you know, if you're going to applaud our whole community basically being under this, I guess, bomb siren because we don't know who's getting hit next, then maybe you should go ahead and reflect on what could happen to you too. Now, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out ShopOpti down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And well, until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Hopefully not getting hit by this whole bullshit movement YouTube's really pushing next, and signing out.